first movie review on this channel. Today we'll be looking at the Christian movie, a 2019 movie, The Salt, and I describe it as a sweet smelling savor. The Salt has the feel of a socio-political movie and is actually one. In fact, I would say that this is an ideal that should be followed. The movie touches on different aspects of our society: government, medicine, education, and the economy. Despite its social elements, it's a Christian movie in every sense of the word. It perhaps corrects the notion that a Christian movie is about the church. It's not. This movie shows that the church is not the totality of the life of a Christian. 90% of what Christians do as humans happens outside the church, and that is where we show our real identity. The 2019 movie is from the stables of Praise in Zion Ministries Productions and was written and produced by Nike Akonde, who also headed the music department. The director was Olasukomi Solomon. The way the screenplay was written is commendable because though certain details are excluded from many scenes, subsequent scenes fill up every gap created to the effect that each scene propels the plot and earns its place in the movie as a whole. Because of this, there was hardly any time where the movie dragged or felt arid or boring. In fact, on second viewing, it's more pleasurable because many of the movie's elements make more sense to the audience then. The way the main plot and the subplots are linked together is artistically done. The scenery of The Salt is rather beautiful, most prominent of which is the tranquil, peaceful hilltop compound where Chief Agbabiaka, played by Moses Korede-Are, who also played in Haunted and Kembe Sonu, meets with his goons. Ironically, the matters discussed in that scene are contrary to what Jesus said about a city set on a hill. Moses Korede-Are produces a top-notch performance as a political godfather, considering the fact that most times he plays the good guy. In that scene, he also delivers a line that would shock the audience, a line that portrays the depth of the ruthlessness of unscrupulous politicians. The movie uses a variety of music appropriately and uses the silence where necessary. The dialogue was also well scripted. It was expository when it had to be, and it was inspirational at the right places. Some nice editing produced a few good simultaneous sequences of action. For example, at the beginning, there was a roadside preacher declaring the word of God, and then at the same time in a church, the choir was ministering, and so the song of the choir was put in the background of that message. That was just some nice editing and produced a really good feel to the movie, especially earlier on. The Salt quite brilliantly portrays the realities of present-day Nigeria. We see certain ironies when two thieves, one behind bars and the other walking free, engage in a conversation about who has wreaked more havoc. It means that to them corruption has become a competition. The movie also reflects the mentality that many people have today, that a person with integrity is weak. Integrity is seen as a weakness. Also impressive is the symbolic use of the number 4 to raise a question whether the 4 cups of rice politicians give people to get their support is enough reason to select a leader who will rule for 4 years, rice that cannot last more than 4 weeks. However, there was a discrepancy in the name of the political party. At one place it was called the Righteous Political Party, at the other place it was called the Upright Political Party. That's just a mistake. Also, I don't think it is possible, or at least professional, that a nurse will tell a just delivered mother that she has lost her babies. I think this is unrealistic. However, it could be just to show how insensitive some people are. Nonetheless, the things that The Salt has done very well are too many for the words of this review to express. After being blessed at the end of this movie, I wondered how great it might have been for Nigerians to have watched the movie before the elections held this year. However, I saw something significant about it being released on October 1, which is a historic day in our country. So maybe with the knowledge and wisdom garnered from The Salt, we can begin to prepare years ahead for the next election. We are a country, after all, known for late planning and eventual shorter preparations. But perhaps now we have the opportunity to begin to change our mindsets early on. We had the chance to begin to pray that the Lord will give us the kind of leaders we need. We have the privilege to rediscover our saltiness in every sphere of life. We have the chance to put things right. We have the chance to be the light of the world. We have the chance to be the change that we want to be. That change begins now, and it begins with us. So, for the next 4 years, can we prepare to make decisions that would determine the development of our beloved country? The ball is in our courts. Alright, we've come to the end of the review of The Salt. Next, we'll be reviewing another 2019 movie, Dare. If you liked this video, please click on the like button and then subscribe to our channel. Click the notification bell so that anytime we upload a video, you'll get a notification to that. Have you watched the movie? The download link is in the description below. What are your views on the movie? How did it impact you? What do you think about it? And please put them in the section next below. To the next video, stay blessed.